So guys, when you take on Crota's Inn and you jump into the pit at the bottom of the Hellmouth, I have a pro tip for you. Run. What's going on, gamers? This is DBMgamer here. So Bungie just dropped their weekly news update, and I rounded up several other facts from around all of the other Destiny communities to give you guys a nice big full end of the year weekly update. But before I can get into that, I have to get to my shoutouts. My shoutouts is how I show appreciation back to the community that has got me this far. And I have to give shoutouts to Sky Dubs, Edward Kenway, Lorenzo Garcia, Nada Finga, Deviana Morales, Munching Cow, Jared Sanicolas, Devon Sanchez, Guy Dowling, and Daryl Grant. So I really do have a pro tip for this part of Crota's Inn. Guys, I want you to check out this PNG file I'm going to put up on the screen. This is actually a map that someone on Reddit made. Now this is awesome. This actually shows you all 6 treasure chest locations that it could possibly spawn. It also shows you the path that you're actually traveling. You actually pass about 15 of these lantern lights, so if you actually are counting them off as you're walking down, you'll know exactly how far you are towards the end. Now on the topic of Crota's Inn, you may remember 2 guys that I mentioned from a ways back. These 2 guys actually beat the Vault of Glass. They 2-manned it. SC Slayer Age and SC Furball. Well, it seems that SC Slayer Age has been quite busy with this new DLC. He has 1-manned Crota's Inn. That's right, you heard right. One guy by his lone self actually beating Crota's Inn from start to finish. Now I actually went back through the footage of how he managed to pull this off. Now he didn't actually really use any glitches. He kind of exploited some of the mechanics of the game, but he used stealth through the first part, actually kind of feathered the bridge to get the bridge to spawn, actually killed a sword bearer, crossed that way, used some overpowered weapons and some smart strategy to get past the third part, the Ear Death Singer, and the fight with Crota himself. Well, he had to level up to 32 to pull this off, but yeah, level 32 with a souped up Galahorn can get the job done by himself on Crota. Man, I gotta tell you, this was really impressive. I actually watched this and my jaw was on the floor watching the Crota fight that he actually pulled this off. So in Bungie's weekly update, they rip off some pretty impressive numbers. They're saying right now, this exact moment, they've got about 13,000 players that picked up a controller and tried out Destiny. Now they've made about roughly 23 million Guardians and have spent 872 million hours playing this game. And I gotta admit, I've put in a fair amount of time in here myself. But when you have a game that has this many people playing it, a lot of things are bound to spring up around it. That's kind of what they covered in it. They kind of pointed out some interesting videos that have come across throughout the last few months, and some great websites. Now I want to take a minute and point out a few of the great websites that they list off, one of them being DestinyGhostHunter.net. Now this is actually a really cool little thing you can go to. If you're missing any sort of ghost, you can just go in, punch in your user ID, it'll bring up your account, and it knows exactly which ghost you're missing. You can actually click to the planet, go right to the one you're missing, and can even watch a YouTube video showing you how to get the one you missed. Now if that wasn't enough, a really cool little website is called DestinyStatus.com. Now in this is basically kind of a dumbed down version of the Bungie app for your phone, but you can see exactly what you have on there for each of your characters. And then the most telltale fact that you can see is how much time you spent on each of your Guardians. Yeah, if you want to feel some embarrassment, just look at some numbers. Now towards the bottom of the weekly update, they also mentioned out that there's going to be some holiday surprises. Now to use their exact words, before we kick off, we should note that you should be on the lookout for some small stocking stuffers sometime after the holidays that have come and gone, a small token of Bungie's gratitude. Now I think this is pretty cool. Now another thing you got to be aware of, since we're right here in front of Christmas, there's going to be a lot of new people picking up Destiny. It's a pretty solid game. I think we're going to have a lot more people coming in. So there's going to be a lot of Christmas noobs. Yeah, that's right. Freshly roasted Christmas noobs under my Christmas tree. Ah, I can smell it. It's going to be awesome. Alright guys, if you like this type of content, just hit that like button or leave a comment, or if you want to see more, just hit that subscribe button. But as always guys, have a good one.